Dr. Charles Buhler, a veteran NASA engineer and co-founder of Propulsion Technologies, has led the development of a groundbreaking propellantless propulsion system. This technology harnesses electrostatic pressure differences to generate thrust without expelling mass, challenging traditional physics principles. Propulsion. Space. Dr. Buhler's extensive NASA experience includes roles with the Space Shuttle, International Space Station, and Hubble Space Telescope programs. His expertise in electrostatics has been pivotal in advancing this innovative propulsion method. In April 2024, Propulsion Technologies achieved a significant milestone by producing thrust sufficient to counteract Earth's gravity in vacuum tests. This accomplishment suggests the potential for spacecraft to operate without traditional fuel sources, revolutionizing space exploration. The company is now preparing to demonstrate this technology in space, aiming to validate its effectiveness beyond Earth-based experiments. Future applications could extend to various forms of transportation, including terrestrial vehicles. The research surrounding Propulsion Technologies and its development of propellantless propulsion is groundbreaking, as it challenges established laws of physics and has significant implications for space exploration and potentially even terrestrial transportation. What is propellantless propulsion? Traditional propulsion systems, like chemical rockets, rely on expelling mass, fuel or exhaust gases, to create thrust, in accordance with Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This method has powered spacecraft for decades, but it requires large amounts of fuel, and once that fuel is used up, the spacecraft can no longer accelerate or maneuver efficiently. Propellantless propulsion, on the other hand, works by generating thrust without expelling mass. This is done using a process known as electrostatic pressure differences, which relies on the manipulation of electric fields and other phenomena that do not require the expulsion of matter. Charles Buhler and Propulsion Technologies. Dr. Charles Buhler, a NASA veteran with extensive experience in engineering, particularly in electrostatics, is the co-founder of Propulsion Technologies. He has applied his knowledge of electrostatics to develop a propulsion system that produces thrust by creating an electrostatic pressure difference. Buhler's background includes working on high-profile NASA projects such as the Space Shuttle, International Space Station, ISS, and the Hubble Space Telescope. The technology he and his team have developed is based on a patented process that creates an imbalance in electrical charges, which can push an object in one direction without the need for traditional propellants. Key milestones and findings. Initial breakthroughs. The propulsion system has been shown to produce small but measurable amounts of thrust. It has defied conventional understanding of propulsion by showing that it can work without fuel, directly challenging classical physics, particularly the idea that thrust generation requires the expulsion of mass. A vacuum test success. In April 2024, Propulsion Technologies achieved a significant milestone when their system produced enough thrust to counteract the pull of Earth's gravity in a vacuum test. This means the technology could potentially overcome Earth's gravitational force, which is a major achievement for any propulsion system. A potential for spacecraft and other vehicles. If this technology is scalable and effective, it could revolutionize space travel. Spacecraft could operate for much longer periods, without needing to carry vast amounts of fuel for propulsion. This could make deep space exploration much more feasible and sustainable, allowing for much longer missions and the possibility of traveling further than current technology allows. Applications beyond space. While the initial applications are focused on space exploration, the technology has potential for terrestrial transportation as well. The ability to move without traditional fuel sources could lead to new kinds of vehicles for use on Earth, possibly even changing how we think about transportation altogether. How it works. The propulsion system uses electrostatic forces, which are related to electric charge interactions. These forces can be manipulated to generate thrust. While the full scientific principles behind the system remain proprietary and not completely disclosed, The technology is based on principles from electrodynamics and quantum mechanics. Theoretical challenges. The biggest challenge that Buhler and his team face is overcoming skepticism within the scientific community. Many physicists initially questioned how the technology could work because it contradicts classical ideas of momentum conservation and Newton's laws. However, the recent tests that show thrust generation are prompting more interest and scrutiny, as they offer concrete evidence that the propulsion system can work. Future outlook. Propulsion Technologies is now working to demonstrate the system in space. This would involve testing the propulsion system in space environments to prove its effectiveness outside of laboratory conditions. If successful, this could be a game changer for the space industry. The company aims to show that this technology can operate efficiently in the vacuum of space and could eventually be used for things like interplanetary travel or satellite propulsion, where traditional fuel-based systems are not as efficient or sustainable over long periods. In the future, the system could even have applications in terrestrial transport, leading to potential breakthroughs in high-efficiency, non-fuel-based transportation on Earth. In conclusion, Propulsion Technologies' Propellantless Propulsion is an exciting development that could revolutionize how we travel in space, and possibly even on Earth. The research is still in its early stages, but the potential it holds for reducing fuel dependency and enabling more sustainable space missions is immense. If proven scalable and effective, it could change the future of exploration and transport as we know it. Stay tuned to this channel for stories like this where the future, past, and present mix together to open an accelerating and exciting world of possibilities in beyond sci-fi stories.